What is going on, guys? My name is Kai, and Quanger22 is how you can track me down on the PSN. What I have for you right now is just a quality check and commentary, I guess. I just want to be able to check the visual as well as the audio. So I figured I might as well just commentate over this a little bit. This is Fallout New Vegas if you are unfamiliar with the game. What I am on right now is the kind of pseudo side quest with Barton Thorn. It's just after you finish all the tutorial quests and everything like that. When you finish the one where you have to go and get the plants or whatever to make the healing powder, it is just to the side, just right around by the campsite that Sunny has you at. So through this, you're going to be able to see my horrible aim as I'm adjusting to the controls since this is very early in the game. I have since actually played around with my sensitivities a little bit, and they're all the way up, and it still honestly doesn't feel right. The response and everything like that. Not saying I have the best, reflexes in the world, but it still feels like it's a little bit too slow for me. Um, so I guess the one thing that I really wanted to talk about in this was just kind of the gameplay. I want to make sure things sync up properly once I'm uploaded. So right now I'm just kind of going through up on this cliff, clearing out a bunch of the geckos that Barton Thorn has told you at least that are holding his girlfriend captive, or his girl as he puts it, whatever. So the one thing that I did want to note is I am actually playing this on hardcore mode. This is the first time that I've played the game. I just bought the game like the other day, but a lot of people, I'm sure, if I upload more of these videos in the future, are going to be like, oh, you should have just played it on normal so that way you can enjoy it. Well, for me, based on the type of game that this is how I'm going to enjoy it, is giving myself a little bit of a challenge. You might have kind of caught some of the stuff there with my level up. I'm playing as kind of like a gunslinger, survivalist, whatever. I just figured it would be the most realistic based on the game and the situation that the game puts you in. And I know some people are going to be like, who cares? It's a game. Well, I care. It's my game. I'm going to play it that way. And I know I'll go on other playthroughs probably to get some more of the trophies and other stuff. But for now, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm still just kind of making my way up the ridge here. And the reason I wanted to point out the hardcore thing is because there are going to be times where I kind of fast forward the video when I'm going through the Pip-Boy just to rest up and things like that between engagements. That's because if you guys aren't aware, in hardcore mode on Fallout New Vegas, in addition to things like when you have a crippled limb, you have to go to a doctor, use a doctor's bag. There are certain conditions that you have to actually be aware of, like sleep, food, water, things you don't have to worry about in the normal mode. But one of the big things is that health items, or aid items as they're called in the game, don't actually, or well, I shouldn't say they, I'll put it this way, they heal over time. So instead of just getting, let's say, a straight 45 points of health back, it'll tick for, however many points over X number of seconds. So that's kind of why you'll see me eat stuff and just kind of meander around for a little bit towards areas where I know there aren't any engagements, just because I want to give myself time to heal up in case I get, swamped by, maybe 2, 3 enemies. Because at this stage in the game, taking on 2 or 3 enemies at a time is still relatively difficult, especially when I'm in such open terrain. And I'm fighting melee-based enemies. The geckos, they run at you and bite you and stuff. So I can't just dodge around cover and stuff like that to avoid gunfire. I have to actually try to take them out before they can get close to me, because basically at this level of the game, 2 or 3 guys can very easily overwhelm me, especially considering, like I mentioned with the health stuff, I can't just pop my health back up to full. I have to sit there and kind of avoid any engagement for a little bit while I heal myself up. So that is why you will see me kind of very carefully picking my way around and basically establishing myself in the situation or in the engagement. That's a phrase that I'll probably end up using a lot in other commentaries on COD and anything else. Basically, just kind of figuring out where, what your surroundings are, things like cover and all that, but also what kind of enemy you're going up against. I won't ruin the. I'll talk about that a little later. I don't want to ruin anything, but that's something I'll talk about a lot. So I guess it's good just to bring it up now. I don't know what was taking me so long there. I think my phone went off or something. But regardless, so just clean up these last few geckos. And what happens up here in a little bit is after I cleared out all the geckos, you get up to the ridge where Barton Thorn says that his girlfriend was being held captive. And I just kind of fast forward through that part a little bit. Just it's me just walking around and all that kind of crap. But there is one thing. I think that there's like a bear trap up there, or there might be two. I think there's two of them. But I think I managed to step right in one of them. So yeah, fail right there. Yeah, right there. But that's what I was talking about. It kind of goes through. Oh, I didn't realize I paused it there. But basically, you have to find a doctor or use a doctor's bag in hardcore mode to fix crippled limbs. That's kind of what, if you can see here, I don't have any doctor's bags on me, so I am just walking around like a gimp, which kind of sucks. But I'm just checking the rest of this area for other goodies. And then I think I'm going to save here real quick because I just had a feeling something was going to happen. There's no one up there, so you will see here shortly, I believe, Barton Thorn comes running up, and I kind of skipped the dialogue, but long story short, he was trying to trick you. So this is one of the things I was talking about kind of establishing yourself in the engagement. I immediately enter the VATS system so I can figure out what kind of enemy he's going to be. He is clearly a ranged gun user, so taking out his arms are going to be more critical than, say, shooting him in the leg, because he can still stand in one place and shoot me, but if his arms are crippled, he's going to have a much harder time hitting me. So taking advantage of that, as well as moving around, it's relatively easy to dodge gunfire. I don't do that great of a job there, but relatively easy to dodge gunfire in this game. So I think pretty much just finish off Barton Thorn here in a little bit. No, well, no, I lied. Okay, so it's a couple more shots. But this is one of those things where when he's running away or if he's reloading, you really want to take advantage of that. And unfortunately, there is no cover here for me to make use of. But you just kind of have to make do. So right there, we finish off Barton Thorn, and I think I just go down and loot his body. So that's pretty much the end of this. But yes, this has been a video and audio quality check, as well as just a quick commentary over the Fallout New Vegas gameplay. And hopefully well, not hopefully, but there will be a lot more of videos to come, and some New Vegas, some COD, so we will see. But that is about it for this. So this has been Quanger, signing out.